What's up, everyone, and welcome to Jason Old Art Behind the Art. Today we're looking at a painting that I titled Milagro, and that just means miracle in Spanish. And I did it as a wedding gift for two of my close friends, and there's really three reasons that, for naming it Milagro. But before we get started, I'm wearing a shirt from Havana, Cuba, and it's a bit of a tribute to them because that's really where they met and things really took off. And so I thought it was appropriate to wear a shirt from Cuba during the Behind the Art. And so, like I said, the title itself is Milagro, and I don't actually have the painting because it's hanging up in their house because they already got married, but I'm gonna put it right here for you guys, and so you can look at it while I explain a little bit about the painting. And so there was three reasons that I titled it Milagro. The first reason was after all sorts of delays and cancellations during this coronavirus season, they were finally able to pull off this wedding. And so that in and of itself was miraculous. And so that alone is worthy of titling it Milagro. But I wanted to do something not just to represent that in this special day, but also integrate things that are significant and meaningful to them and had a lot to do with the wedding itself. And so that's where, you can see the wine glass and the wine bottle and the flowers. And so that brings me to the second reason, which is, as you can see, there's flowers pouring out of a wine bottle. And so that really in and of itself is somewhat miraculous and, to be honest, somewhat strange. And so that was an abstract representation of wine being poured into the glass. And so that's why the flowers are mauve, because it's an abstract representation of what will bring me to my third reason. And that was to represent the communion that they took together at their wedding. And it also ties in with Jesus's first miracle, which was where he turned water into wine at a wedding. And so all of those three sort of came together when I envisioned this painting. And so, as you can see, the flowers are overflowing in the glass. They are exploding out of the bottle, and that also represented this anticipation and real enthusiasm and excitement that we all had for them and this big day. And so, again, the mauve representing red wine. And of course, flowers in and of themselves are somewhat synonymous with weddings as well. And so, I wanted to make that, I wanted to bring flowers into it, not just as an abstract representation of wine, but because weddings are full of flowers. And so, but as you can see, most of the action in this painting, the composition is pretty heavy on one side. And so as a way to balance out that, both in terms of actual elements in the painting as well as color, I put this other flower here in the bottom corner that was, of course, it had very bright sunny colors as well, but I wanted to sort of balance out the painting in terms of the colors, right? So these extra oranges and yellows and all of that help balance out like a lot of the mauves and the greens and some of the other colors that are part of the painting. And so it also, in terms of weight in terms of balancing the painting, I thought it did a good job of sort of counterbalancing the heavy one-sided, as you can see, like the one-sided painting. And so that sort of brought some balance back into it. And of course, to mark the special day, I wrote their wedding date on the painting, which was September 26, 2020. And so when they look at it on the wall, they'll always remember this beautiful day that we all got to celebrate with them, which was miraculous. And so that brings me to the ekphrastic poem, which again, an ekphrastic poem represents a painting or a piece of art or a picture. And so this, I titled it Milagro because, of course, it represents both their special day and the painting. So I'll read that to you guys. Love, the elusive wanderer, a burning moon, a bouquet of mauve wildflowers whose subtle whisper does battle with the ever-expanding vines of life. An evening breeze, a gentle fire, a garden of golden constellations whose roots spill over, bursting forth as a flowery glass of red wine. And so as you can see, this pairs well with the painting, and of course it accompanied the painting as a wedding gift as well. And so if you're interested in a print of this, or you're interested in any sort of accessories that have the artwork on it, you can check it out at jasonoldart.com. And again, this is Milagro, and thanks for watching Behind the Art. And as always, stay stoked.